Hello, my lovelies. I'm Carolyn from Eternal Soul Awakening. Happy Monday. I really hope that you guys enjoy this Monday message.
Well, I usually see repeating numbers all the time, and that's like my symbol from the universe or my loved ones, right? But when I'm on vacation, I'm not looking at a clock like I do back home in a home,
Yeah.
or I'm not checking my phone often as much because I'm enjoying vacation, right? So if I get signs from the universe like that, where it's like repeating numbers and stuff like that, but when I'm on vacation, how do I know if I'm in alignment when I'm not kind of seeing these same old symbols as I do
Mhm.
back home?
Okay. I like this question a lot because I think a lot of people are like confused, like, oh, I was seeing numbers and now I'm not seeing numbers. I think there's a few reasons for that. Um, Number one, and I think most importantly, when you're seeing the numbers specifically, um, I do believe most times, not always, but most times, that spirit communicating to you that even though you don't feel like you are in alignment, you're in alignment. So you could just be like feeling kind of blah, normal, right? Like people have this idea that alignment feels like joy and bliss and excitement all the time. And that's just not the case at all. Sometimes alignment feels like crap. It doesn't feel good, especially when we're shifting or transforming. And so, like, if things aren't like looking great in your personal life or even in your career, whatever it may be, but you're seeing a lot of angel numbers, that is a clear indication from spirit, like, listen, it'll make sense. Just keep going. you know? Um, Now, for this specific scenario that you're saying, I see the angel numbers when I'm at home, and then when I'm on vacation, I don't see them. Um, you're not looking at the clock. Like, you're not present with time and numbers in that way. You're not allowing those things to hold you in place. And so you're not going to see it that way. You're going to have different signs that will come to you. Maybe you'll have more coincidences, right? Like you said a word and then somebody standing right next to you just happened to say the same word either right before or right after you did. Like, whoa, okay. Um, maybe you see somebody that you saw on a different part of your trip and you're like, whoa, I didn't expect to see you here, right? That's like a fun coincidence, but like I don't believe in any coincidences. So to me, that's like spirit trying to say, like, hey, look, you're in alignment. Isn't this cool? So it'll be different things of coincidences that will happen to you. But the larger aspect of that is many times when people are on vacation, they're feeling great. They're feeling good. They don't need a sign that they're in alignment. Like you don't need a sign that you're in alignment right now because you just are. Everything's feeling good. Everything's going good. You're not asking the universe, "Hey, is everything okay?" You're not asking that now. You just know that it's true. Right? So why are they going to be repetitive in that? It's redundant. There wouldn't be a purpose for that necessarily unless you were to notice that you're not getting any signs and then say, whoa, hey, wait a second, I haven't had any signs. Am I in alignment? Guaranteed, probably that day or the next day, you're going to see something that would feel like a sign. And then you're like, oh, okay, okay, because you did ask. So it doesn't really have anything to do with like doing something right or wrong. It's more circumstantial and it's more how you feel. Me personally, I tend to see a lot of repeating numbers, angel numbers, when I'm like, is this the right decision? Am I doing it good? Like, things are crazy right now. Is it okay? Um, that's when I'll see a lot of numbers. Or, and this is like one more thing, if you're about to go into a really tough moment of transition within your alignment, you'll see numbers right before that happens. So you're like, I'm not confused. I'm not asking if everything's in alignment. And all of a sudden, I'm being bombarded with all these numbers. It's like the universe is preparing you to have that foundation of understanding that you're in alignment so that when you go into this next phase, you have that foundation of understanding. Like, this is aligned. You were aligned right before this happened. So anything uncomfortable that's happening to you right now must be for your alignment. They're trying to appeal to your logic that way. But we don't always afford that because then we're like, well, what did I do wrong? And nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. So that's what that would be, um, if you're experiencing that.
Is it, I guess, quote unquote bad, or that I'm not practicing psychic skills, or does it not matter because maybe we're on vacation, we're in alignment and receiving messages anyways from the universe?
Yes. It does, yes. Yeah, no,
I
I
guess it's kind of
think
like when
some,
you're,
well,
it's kind of like when you're on vacation. Do you
mhm,
still, is it okay if you don't meditate as often,
right,
to get answers and
right.
messages?
Well, I think you have to take things into context, right? Like, um, because everybody kind of like shoves this idea of like, oh, consistency, consistency, consistency. You have to meditate, you have to do this, you have to do that to be aligned, to be in connection, and da 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 da, and all these other things, right? Oh, and if you want to learn your intuition, you have to keep practicing. You can't stop, whatever. I don't agree with that. I think life happens, and you have to allow for that. There's ebb and flow to everything, not just unpleasant things, but pleasant things too, right? Like you'll be doing something fun for a while and then take a little bit of a break, then do it again and then take a bit of a break. And we do that naturally to help ourselves integrate what we're learning, our routine, maybe, whatever it may be. So being on vacation, I feel like is a piece of living existence that you kind of have to take into context, right? Like if I'm on vacation, if I'm traveling, I want to be present with what I'm doing. You could argue that that is a form of meditation, that is a form of connecting with your intuition because you're in those moments being present. That's the meditation part, right? And while you're present in those moments, you're absorbing all of the energies, all the information, all of the beauty that's there. Maybe there's interesting things happening, even if it's just people, it's not necessarily nature. You're still absorbing information, right? So you can't get away from doing those things. I think maybe what you're concerned about is since I'm not doing them more intentionally, I'm worried that I'm doing myself a disservice. And I would just encourage you to look for ways that you are fulfilling those things without realizing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are interested in private readings, you can visit eternalsoulawakening.com.